Today I'm just kind of here to talk about the myths and the ethical principles of dentistry. My name's James. My big brother's actually a dentist, and he has his own dental practice as well. I've been in the dental industry for the past couple of years. I've seen like a lot of good things, and I've seen a lot of bad things as well. Who here feels like they were scammed by a dentist? Oh, all 5 of you? Oh wow. Okay. But it was actually found that the American Dental Association, they actually did a survey consisting of, I think it was a little over 1,000 patients, but about like 50% of them responded, and they felt that the dentists that they had felt like they were pushing unnecessary procedures. So I just wanted to go over that and like the costs of going behind a procedure. Okay, so why is dental care expensive? Well, dental school is like med school as well. It's 4 years of rigorous, intense training, and what's really different about dental school than med school is that there is a lecture part, but then it's really lab heavy. And dental school, you're graded on not only on what you know in lecture, but about your, I guess you could say, craft and technique in a lab. According to the American Student Dental Association, it's on average that the average dental school graduates with $293,000 in debt. And then I kind of wanted to go over some costs behind running a dental practice. Getting an X-ray done, like that small sensor that's being used, that part itself is around $8,000. And then there's also something called a panoramic X-ray. It's basically like those like 3D X-rays that you take before getting your wisdom teeth taken out. You kind of like bite on that tab, and then it does like a 3D scan of your entire mouth, and then it allows the oral surgeon to see the sinuses, your wisdom teeth, any impacted teeth as well. And then there's just some costs that go over with just the staff in a dental office. It was found that on Indeed.com, the average dental hygienist salary is around $60 an hour, which is a pretty hefty cost because I've seen some offices have as many as 7 dental hygienists. So 60 times 7, what is that? $420 an hour just for those dental hygienists. Dentists are business owners, and they're not employees of a hospital like a medical doctor, so they have a lot of costs and liability that comes with opening a practice. Okay, so it's actually a misconception that people think that dentists only care about the profits, but there's actually a lot of dentists out there, including my brother. We actually volunteer at free clinics, like in the Berkeley Free Clinic. And the Berkeley Free Clinic, there's more on its website, but when I was visiting the website, it was stated that they prioritize health first, and then that's why they believe like the healthcare dental care industry should not be profit driven, but just by like ethics and morals. But yeah, there's a lot of dentists out there that go to these like free clinics, and then they'll volunteer just to help as many dentists as they can. Even there's a Give Kids a Smile program by the American Dental Association. Again, it's similar to the Berkeley Free Clinic, but it's just like on a more scaled worldwide version. Next slide. Okay, so yeah, a dental filling is pretty expensive. It's around $160, but what's really scary about having a cavity is if it's not getting taken care of, what can happen is the cavity can get so big, and then that can actually lead to more costly procedures being done. I myself have seen really small cavities, and a patient decided to neglect it because of the cost. 1 year later, we get a call from them, and then they're in so much pain that they have like these really dulling aches in the middle of the night. And that's because the cavity gets so big that a root canal might need to be initiated. Just doing like these preventative measures saves money. There's a lot of dental insurance companies that cover 100% of preventative measures. Next slide. Okay, so just for crowns and root canals, just for reference, according to the American Association of Endodontics, The root canal procedure is just performed when the cavity gets so big and it's in the nerve of the tooth, and then what happens is a root canal needs to be performed by removing the tooth, cleaning it up, and then sealing that tooth, and then putting a cap on it, just so that way the tooth is protected. I have visuals on the next slide that kind of visualize everything. So this is what unhealthy tooth look like. There's a dental cavity right there. All this stuff right here is an infection. We call that an abscess. And then what happens during this root canal procedure is these canals get cleaned up right over here. And then what happens is after these canals are cleaned up, the roots of these guys are sealed in order to prevent another infection from happening. And then a cap is placed on top of that tooth to protect it. That procedure itself is around $2,000. Better to spend the money on a $160 filling than go through with all of that there. Next slide. Okay, so finding a trustworthy dentist. You know, it's always a good idea to look online, look for transparency. Transparency is really important in the dental care industry. Dentists usually will, well, if they're not trying to be overly aggressive, they'll take the time to explain the procedure to you, answer any questions you have. But yeah, if you feel like it's a lot and then it's worth getting a second opinion, yeah, go for it. Not every dentist is very transparent. There's a lot of dentists who are actually money hungry, but I'd say the majority of them are not. But yeah, just take the time, look for reviews, look for transparency, get a second opinion, and then next slide. But yeah, just to kind of sum everything up. Dentists are, again, just, they're, I guess you could say medical dental professionals, but not all of them are money hungry. They like to volunteer whenever they can. They offer like these preventative treatments from getting, so that way like the cost of I guess you could say neglecting a possible symptom, so that way a lot of money could be saved, so aggressive treatment is not needed. But yeah, just in the long run, yes, going through with these treatments yes, they are expensive, but in the long run, it's a kind of an investment because you don't really have to be going through all those expensive procedures being done. Cool. Yeah, we're good.